Hello friends and fellow book lovers, my name is Troy, welcome back to my channel, and today we are doing the Reader Medium book tag. Now, I was tagged to do this tag by Break Even Books recently, and I'll leave his video down below. I'll also try to find the original tag creator and leave their video down below as usual. And basically, this is a tag all about reading preferences and also kind of like different mediums of books, like paperback, hardcover. Like, we're gonna dive into all of that. It's gonna be a super fun tag. And yes, I might as well just change my upload schedule to Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays now because I've really been trying to upload on Monday because I've been having so much fun content that I've been loving, and I've been loving making videos lately. So make sure to leave a like on this video if you're excited, subscribe to my channel down below for more bookish content, and leave a comment with some of your answers to the questions. But let's dive right into the tag. So the first question is, what constitutes as reading for you and why? Actively and intently like processing words in any sort of way, that's reading. Like if you are visualizing words and you are like reading them like, you know, normally how normal people read, or if you are listening to an audiobook and you're listening to them orally, even if like you're feeling them, if like you're reading in braille or like sign language, like any type of way you're like actually like listening or reading or like processing information or words, that's reading. And then also like the second catch to that would be like actually like actively wanting to learn from that information or trying to like use that information in some type of way. Like you're not just reading to read. It's like something that you would like be interested in. Like I find like reading is something that like, you know, you want to do, like it's a hobby. I hope that like explains kind of my process when it comes to reading, but I'm not like the person that's gonna be like audiobooks aren't reading. Like I know that like I had a friend that said that once, and I was like, that's kind of controversial there, because like, you know, people all have to read in different ways. All right, question 2. What are the pros and cons of audiobooks for you? And I love audiobooks. Like if I read a book through audiobook, I'll like 10 times more enjoy that than reading it physically. I feel like just reading an audiobook will automatically bounce my ratings up because I'm able to slowly process the information, not lose a single track of the word. I'm able to focus on the story a lot better, because I feel like when I'm reading like a physical book, which I'll talk about later, I feel like I skim, I like I can't focus because there's so many words on one page. But with an audiobook, it's like a smooth line of just processing and information. I think that was just amazing to read. And then with audiobooks, I am just able to have so much more time, because when reading a physical book, you have to like be there. But if you're reading an audiobook, you're able to, you know, sometimes I do like my math homework or something like when I'm doing it, or I go outside on my lunch break and like eat lunch or eat breakfast or like clean my room. Like I'm able to do so much more when I'm reading audiobooks, and like I just feel like I can multitask so much more, and like I can get more stuff done. And I've been able to read audiobooks so much faster. Like just time efficiency, like the quality, even like with the emotion, the characters' voices, like it requires acting to be a voice narrator for these audiobooks. And so like some of these like, you know, these narrators will get so into the story, and their voices and their like, I guess, emotion will be so high, and it's just so engaging, and I just love that about it. And then like just being able to control everything about it, like the speed of the audiobook and like just that kind of control, and like just, you know, being able to see your progress is just really great. I love audiobooks for that, and it's just been my new favorite like reading method, honestly. And so don't have many cons about audiobooks except for that sometimes I trail off and get distracted, although I don't normally, and sometimes it's too fast, or like narrators will read at different speeds, so I keep having to change the speeds. That's kind of annoying. But yeah, not too many cons, because it's really, there's a lot of pros that like overtake the cons. Alright guys, question 3 is, what are the pros and cons of ebooks for you? Now, I'm actually not a big fan of ebooks really, so I don't have many pros, but I guess one big pro that I know a lot of people have, and like for me, even if I was reading ebooks, are that they're a lot like easier to use, and they're really cheap. Like it's just a whole easier kind of platform. And I also feel like ebooks, I don't know, yeah, they just like, they're all on one device, like you can store them, they're just digital files, so it's a lot of stuff is easier with them. Like you don't have all the kinds of problems you do with physical books. But I do mainly have cons about ebooks, because I don't know, I just feel like you get less of an engagement with ebooks. I just don't like reading a screen, especially because when I'm reading, that's my break from screens. Like that's a time that I'm intentionally wanting to get away from screens. And even though you can like change like the background and stuff, you still are looking at a screen. And so I don't know, and I just feel like there's less engagement. Like I love flipping the pages of physical books, and you just don't get that. Like you can sometimes have that animation, but I don't know, I don't feel like as like attracted to ebooks, and I just don't feel like as engaged with them. And I feel like if I read an ebook, I'm not gonna like it as much if I read a different book medium. Yeah, it's still a great source, and I'm not like hating on ebooks. I just don't personally enjoy them. Alright, number 4, what is the pros and cons of physical books for you? Now, physical books I really love because, again, you get that engagement by flipping the pages, and oh my gosh, like, I'll just get an example. Like, with my current read, Again But Better, like, it is just so amazing all the time to just be able to, I guess, like, go in here and, like, you'll be flipping through the pages, and pages go from one side to the other, and then, like, the pages kind of stack up, and over time, like, you finish the book. I just love that kind of engagement and, like, flipping the page. Like, it really signifies progress to me. With ebooks, it's not as much progress, but I do like it going from, like, 1% to 100%. Probably a con is that, like, with paperbacks and hardcovers, I just feel like the having to wait, like, a year for hardcovers, and even, like, just the whole concept of hardcovers versus paperbacks, it's really interesting because, like, everything gets mixed up. Like, I have 3 paperbacks for Harry Potter and then 4 hardcovers. Like, everything gets mixed up, and, like, I don't really enjoy that, especially because it takes different times when paperbacks and hardcovers are released. So that makes it a little bit, I guess, weird for my book collection. But I just do, again, love that, like, physical feel. Like, it has a physical, sense, like, the smell of books, and even just, like, just having a book in general to display on a shelf. Like, I just feel like, that it's, like, the kind of, like, the natural way to go, and I love physical books. Okay, so the next question is 5. Provided you read physical books, do you prefer hardbacks or paperbacks, and why? And so I actually honestly don't have much of an opinion on this, but I honestly would have to go with paperbacks because hardcovers are just a little bit less, like, I don't know, friendly to read. I love, like, a flimsy floppy paperback that I can, like, easily read and open up, although I also like hardcovers so they're easy to read, but I just feel like it's more personal with the paperback because you can, like, open it up to how much you want, whereas hardcover is, like, different. It's just, like, the whole spine is different, and I don't like holding, like, a box. Like, I feel like a paperback book is, like, soft and comforting, like, I want to read that, but, like, a hardcover is just like a box, if that makes sense. I don't know, I feel like weird. And then also with, like, the dust jackets, I feel like I always have to take them off. Like, I don't even know why, like, the dust jackets are so flimsy. Like, why do we even need to take them off? Like, why can't the dust jackets be, like, 100% attached to the book? Just, like, little stuff like that just make it kind of annoying to read hardcovers, and hardcovers tend to be a lot more heavier. So yeah, I guess that's just my thing, like, paperbacks. But I also, like, think hardcovers are more durable. So there's, like, pros and cons to both, but I would just say overall I love the personal feel of paperbacks, and they're, like, the more, like, I guess, natural book for me. Alright, provided you read ebooks, what devices do you use? I don't read any ebooks, so I guess I might talk about, like, audiobooks. Like, I just don't read ebooks because, I mean, they've never really appealed to me. I used to, like, read on my Kindle. Like, I read, like, a few books on there, but yeah, it's just not amazing. I don't know. And for my audiobooks, though, I'll talk about this. I use the app Libby. Definitely try it if you have it. If you have a library card to your nearest library, you can see if your library is connected to Libby. I was so happy that mine was, because with Libby, sometimes your library will be connected with it, and you can get all these free audiobooks and stuff, and just, like, using your library card, and you can put on holds and all that fun stuff. I just been really liking that whole experience because it's, like, a new medium, just, like, delving into Libby and seeing, like, what books they have and, like, the new releases. And I've had so many books that, like, I've been getting, like, to read so many new books, I guess, if that makes any sense, because I've had so many, like, books that I have, like, here that I like to reread and stuff, and I haven't been purchasing any really new books. So being able to read new books in the form of audiobooks have been amazing, so fun, and that's why I've just loved audiobooks as well. So yeah, I don't use ebooks, but that's, like, the platform I use for audiobooks. Question number 7 is, how do you think digital books have affected both the publishing industry and readers? I feel like, for the readers part, I feel like digital books have really, like, benefited the publishing industry and stuff, as, like, I feel like so many more people are having access to books, especially during the COVID-19 virus. Like, I feel like so many, I mean, all, like, the platforms, like, with audiobooks and ebooks, like Scribd and Audible and stuff, like, those platforms were able to get so much more business because we don't have access to physical books. So I think just, it's both benefits, like, the publishing industry and the readers, because the publishing industry is able to, get their book out in new ways and expand their business and adapt it to the kind of rise in technology that our world is seeing right now. And then the readers are also getting to experience the books in multiple different ways, whether it's visually or, like, audio, orally and stuff like that. So I just feel like it's been, just benefiting both sides. Even though, like, digital books are cheaper, I just feel like overall having more access to books is going to affect the publishing industry more so than that. And number 8 is a question for people with disabilities and stuff, so I'm not going to answer that. It's not my place to answer that. So I'm going to go to the 10th question, or no, the 9th question, which is, if you could only pick 2 mediums to read books for the rest of your life, which 2 would you choose and why? So out of audiobook, ebook, hardback, and paperback, I would probably say, I would say definitely audiobook, and then I'd probably say one of the paperback or hardcover, which I again prefer paperback. So paperback and ebook or audiobook. Audiobook and paperback would be my two best picks, because I've been really loving paperbacks and like audiobooks this month. Again, I could do without hardcovers, I could do without ebooks. Ebooks would never even be like a consideration for me, because I don't know, I just feel like audiobooks are amazing. I'm able to get a lot of them for free with Libby, and I just love experiencing all the new worlds and like listening to it. And then I also love like the paperbacks and getting to, you know, experience a physical book every once in a while. But yeah, guys, that wraps up this tag. I had a lot of fun with it. It's just like a fun, like short kind of talk about like my reading preferences and paperbacks versus hardcovers, because I know I haven't really talked a lot about this on my channel. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like. That really helps to support my channel and like help me with the algorithm and stuff. Also, commenting definitely does too, so make sure to leave a comment down below with some of your answers to the questions, like what are your two favorite book mediums, what are your thoughts on like ebooks, hardcovers, like what do you normally read? I would love to hear your thoughts about this, because it's a great topic, a great discussion, and yeah, I'd love to hear about it. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more bookish content every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday now, I guess, and also make sure to hit the notification bell so you get notified every single time I post a new video. And as always, I'll leave the last video up there for you guys so you can watch that if you enjoyed. So it was about a Frozen 2 book tag. It was like one of my favorite book tags ever. So yeah, thank you so much, Eric, for tagging me in this video. I'll tag some people in the description, but I will see you guys in the next one. Love you so much. Bye. Everyone's lining up to see her. She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. There must be something bad